Hello and welcome back to episode 4 of 10 Minutes with Ricky J. I'm your host, Ricky J. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. I'm recording this at 9:44 at night. I'd like to go to bed. I have to wake up to go to work at about 6 a.m. every morning. It's not the funnest thing in the world, although I do enjoy being a morning person. I was going to talk about empathy, but I think I'll talk about being a morning person. Listen, I enjoy waking up early in the morning. Does it suck? Absolutely. But there's something nice about being up when it's dark and you're the only one out on the road, and it just feels like, man, I'm cheating the day. I'm getting out before anyone else is. I love getting out the door early, and on days where I can actually get out the door early, the earliest I usually get out is 6. But some days when 5:56, if I'm on the elevator on my way down out of the apartment, you know, grab a nice coffee. I personally, my Starbucks order of choice ranges from matcha latte, which I enjoy quite a bit, and to, chai, 2 shots of espresso, iced, delicious. During the fall, I love me some pumpkin spice. As man, sometimes I don't understand Zoom's things. You make gestures and suddenly things pop up. But waking up in the morning, man, early. Does it suck? Yes. Is it also nice? Yes. Hard to explain, but there's duality to life in the way we feel about things as I try to pull up my timer here, which is now ticking down. So what this is tonight is I have a series that I do during the playoffs of the NHL and NBA called The Night Before. I thought I'd like to bring that to the podcast form, and the easiest way for me to do that instead of waking up early in the morning to record these is at night around 9:40, 9:45 to sit down and just go over the night that was in North American sports, some scores that caught my eyes, and just talk about them for a few seconds. Now, if things change, like we're going to talk about the Vegas Golden Knights absolutely kicking the shit out of the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. Now, if the Leafs come back somehow miraculously and win, I'm going to look really dumb. I get that. But some things you just got to talk about. And 8 p.m. hockey games, man, they're the bane of my existence. 8:30. Macklin Celebrini, I'm sorry, I'm not watching most of your career unless it's a Saturday night because man, oh man, do these things drag on forever. Like this hockey game's still 7 minutes left in the second period. This TNT game's not gonna end until 10:30 tonight. And it's like, man, I gotta work. I gotta work in the morning. It's crazy. Anyhow, let's talk about what happened in the night in sports the night before. Uh, Alexander Ovechkin scores a goal in a Rangers 3-2 overtime win over the New York Rangers. Ovi now 10 goals away from setting the all-time record. He's going to do it this year. It's just a matter of when. My dad thinks it's before April 6th. Man, I don't disagree with him. I think he's got a few multi-goal games in him this month. Uh, it is crazy. He's 39. He's still a stallion. He can score from wherever. He scores in different ways. He's got great hands still. The shot from his office still works. They still can't cover that. How many years has he been in the NHL now and they still can't cover that? It's crazy. But Ovi is 10 goals away. So that's definitely something to watch. Moving to college basketball, Florida gets a big win over Alabama. I have a Florida future. Man, that looks like a pretty good future right now. Alabama's a good team, but man, Florida has some really, really impressive road wins this year, and they have some really, really impressive players on their team. Leading scorer tonight was Alex Condon, one of their forwards. Their forward and their center are absolutely insane. Walter Clayton Jr. also very good for them. He's one of their guards. But their front court is absolutely insane. They can hang with anyone in the country. I think they're going on a run in March. Keep an eye out on Florida. I think they may have locked up a 1 seed tonight. This is a very big win against a very big Alabama team. Interested to see how they fare in the SEC tourney next week, but they are a very, very good basketball team. Oklahoma got a big win against Missouri. Missouri ranked 15th. Oklahoma was squarely on the bubble. Where does this put them? Does this take them out of a bubble conversation and into the field entirely? Are they part of that last four in? I guess I'd probably lean more last four in, but man, this was an impressive win. And if they can get a few more wins like this to close the season and then have a nice little run in the SEC tournament where maybe they win a game or two, I think it's hard to keep Oklahoma out of the field. I think they deserve to be dancing in some capacity. Maryland holds on. Rodney Rice has 17 points. Maryland's a huge question for me. Like, I think one of the most intriguing things about this next month of college basketball to me is, can Maryland do anything in March? Because they've had a really good regular season. They have some really impressive wins. But what happens when the lights get bright and the pressure comes on? Really interested to see what happens there. Peyton Pritchard and Derek White combined for like 40 plus points tonight. Uh, it is crazy when Peyton Pritchard is on how good he is as an NBA player. I think he's one of my favorite guys to watch in the league right now. Um, that it was just an insane night from those two guys with Jason Tatum out. Uh, they did a really great job. The Celtics are an extremely good team, but so are the Cavs who won tonight. Donovan Mitchell put up 26 points, and for the 9,000th time, I'll say this. Donovan Mitchell, the best part about his game and the most underrated at the same time, he is a hell of a passer. Every time I see Donovan Mitchell making a play, making a pass, having a great assist, I'm like, damn, I miss that guy. Speaking of the team he used to be on, the Jazz, lost, thank God. Now, listen, I understand. Bottom three teams in the NBA, they all give the same lottery odds. I get that. It's a pride thing, man. I want to be the worst team in the NBA. I need the Wizards to win 4 or 5 more games. Keep losing Jazz. Johnny Juzang tried to lose this, man. Screw Johnny Juzang. Get that guy off my roster. 27-point ass G Leaguer. I don't need him on my team at all. No, thank you. Get out of here, Johnny Juzang. If you're going to try to win the Jazz games, I'm not interested in you. Get out. Nuggets, get and stay hot. Listen, the Kings were blowing this team out in the first half, and the Nuggets came back. Absolutely incredible effort. Here's their box score: Michael Porter Jr., 13 points. Christian Braun, 15 points. Jokic, 22. Jamal Murray, 24. Russell Westbrook, 25. If you can get balanced scoring like that most nights in the NBA, you're a very dangerous team. And man, I've got my eye on the Nuggets. I know that the really right now the class of the NBA is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shai, again, having a hell of a night tonight. One of my favorite players to watch in the NBA. I think he's got a good case to be the face of the league in a few years. Just a scorer, a pure scorer. Um, but man, the Nuggets, fair team to watch in the Western Conference. And then finally finishing out the night, the Vegas Golden Knights are now winning by 5. I'm confident in saying this. The Leafs are not coming back. Man, this Vegas team is so good, and they're gonna cap circumcise. And guess what? They're gonna get a big name player at the deadline. Watch out for them to make a move by Friday. This is a really good team. They should be the favorite to come out of their side of the bracket. Aiden Hill's playing out of his goddamn mind. Jack Eichel's having a great year. Everyone's buzzing. Vegas is buzzing. Vegas is a great team. And with that, we'll leave it for the night. Thanks so much for joining us. It's been 10 minutes with Ricky J. I'm opening up my timer right now. I think that we're at exactly 10 minutes. So we'll leave you to it. Have a good evening, and we will see you the next time we record. Thanks for listening.